Hello, everyone. Let me see what's going on here. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to another FB Live here at African Women Empowerment Network. Let me know where you're joining us from. I'm Catherine Jenga. I am in London, United Kingdom. Sorry, my camera is showing me different. Facebook have a new feature of the live, so it looks very different for me today. So anyway, today, let me know where you're joining us from. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching us live, give me a thumbs up. If you're watching a replay, still give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate you joining us. I have got notes with me, so I will be referring to them. I don't want to pretend that I'm not referring to some notes, but I am. Oh, thank you, Faith, for joining us from Milton Keynes. Like I said, I'm Catherine Jenga, and I'm in London, United Kingdom. Thank you. If you can hear me, Faith, please give me a thumbs up if you can. Give me a thumbs up, Faith, if you can hear me. Okay, thank you, Faith. Right, today I really just wanted to discuss something that has really recently become alarming. I have mentioned before that I work in domestic abuse, in the arena of domestic abuse, and we have noticed that, or it's been noted worldwide that domestic abuse is on the rise. Since we went through the lockdowns. So anyway, the world is going through a hard time right now, difficult time, different season. I wouldn't say, I don't know who would say that they've experienced what we are going through right now. So this is all new for all of us. Definitely. Then there's we're experiencing a different situation, we're having to adapt to the situations. And of course, this is having an effect on everyone. So one of the things that we are facing right now is the control of where we can go, the movements, how we can move, or how much people can move about. So this has had an effect on an impact on we are on the lots of, all the nations of the world, we're experiencing lockdowns and curfews. I know here in United Kingdom we are going through a lockdown, and you can only go out to do essential things like shop essential food. You can go out once a day for exercise, to work. Churches have been closed down. Only essential key workers are going to work. The doctors, the nurses, the key workers, drivers. So most people are at home. And I know in Kenya we have curfew as well. From I think 7 p.m. till 5 a.m. You can go out, and so it's a difficult time and a different time that we haven't experienced. Hence, lots and lots of cases of domestic abuse. And I felt, as someone who works in the domestic abuse arena, would be good if I just came up and talked about a little bit about it. And this is because people are stuck together, to having talked to victims of domestic abuse. One of the things they say is that it's peaceful when the perpetrator is not there, they're not around, say they've gone to work. So imagine now people are together all the time, 24/7. So, and obviously, definitely, there's anxiety amongst people. Are we going to go back to our normal lives? What are the effects of these lockdowns, the coronavirus? What effects does it have on people? Economic effects, it has impact on that. So anxiety, So this definitely has had an effect of people. You find if someone is struggling with how maybe their finances have been affected, they may become more angry or more aggressive towards their partners. And let me just highlight that domestic abuse is not just towards women. We also find women who are abusive, so it's both sides based. And I just wanted to say, if you are experiencing domestic abuse, please do not hesitate to reach out to the agencies that are helping others, because we have these stats of 1 in 5 women in UK, die daily. Lots of women die, men, due to domestic abuse. Do not hesitate to reach out. Don't let shame hold you down, or the fear of what people will say, because you find sometimes people are afraid of what will people say. Sometimes people are ashamed to think, am I a failure? Did I fail in my relationship? Or sometimes somebody has been brainwashed to think that they are the problem. So if they were good, if they were not being rude, if they just did as they were asked, if they were not standing up for themselves, they are the cause. They would be said to be the cause of domestic abuse. But somebody who's abusive, they are abusive whether you're good, whether you're doing everything that they do, they will still be abusive, because this is sort of their nature. So I would like to say, if you're experiencing abuse, please do not hesitate to reach out. Like here in UK, we have services where you can reach out to the Domestic Abuse Helpline. I'll put down the number. I saw in Kenya there's a toll-free 115 number. I saw Diana Kamande I followed Diana Kamande, and she had put it on her page. Diana Kamande is one of the ladies who'd gone really, really bad domestic abuse in Kenya, and she advocates for the end of domestic abuse. So she has put that on her page. I've seen that she's also interacting with people about abuse. So if you're in Kenya, you can reach out to her. You can call those numbers. In UK, I know you can call the police as well. And there is a way, if you're not able to talk on the phone, I can't remember what it is called. You can I don't know if you I'll have to look out that and then put it down, write it down on the after the live. I know there's something they call 55 where you can cough and they know that you're not able to talk, but there's something going on. Also, you can reach out to websites like Women's Aid. You can ring your GP. You can tell your GP that you're going through domestic abuse. When we used to move around, you could talk to the council and tell them that you're going through domestic abuse. And let me highlight, there are also agencies that help people of Black ethnic minority, like Southall Sisters. I know one of the reasons why people of ethnic minority do not go to report domestic abuse is because sometimes they're on spousal visas. And if you're on a spousal visa, you're wondering, if I leave this situation or this relationship or marriage and I'm on a spousal visa, then what happens to me? Because I'm on a spousal visa. I do know that there's something called the DDV concession, where the agencies can help you apply for, which you go on benefits for 3 months. Yes, DDV concession, benefits for 3 months, and then after 3 months, within those 3 months, no, you get DDV, which is for 3 months, but then within those 3 months, you must apply for your visa. So if you're in a situation where you're stuck because of your spousal visa, reach out to the agencies as well and seek advice. It's sometimes you find when you talk to the victims of abuse, they say, I did not know this was available. So seek advice. Also, let me see what else I wrote. I've written about, and there are some websites that you can go on, domestic abuse websites, and you will find that they will not keep a trace of. You can quickly leave the website, or you wouldn't have your logon will not be traced. So, and if also reach out to your friends and family. Don't be, I know this is difficult for me to say, but don't be ashamed. I know it's a shame. You can feel like you're ashamed. In Kikuyu we say niderashonoka naibika in Swahili, but reach out to friends and family who can help. And who you know they really can help. And us as friends and family, one thing I always say is that we need to stop being judgmental, critical, and telling them that they need just to stay. And I mean, really, we don't want people to die because they are staying in abusive relationships. A relationship should be one of there's peace, there's love, and they're happy. And even if someone is working through their issues, you really don't need to die, because we've seen cases of people being killed in domestic abuse. So reach out to family and friends, and also friends and family. Let's not be judgmental. It's a difficult situation. It's a tough situation for someone to be already. So let's not make it more difficult for them. I will put the numbers after the live. For the UK helpline. And if you're in another country and you have a number, the helpline numbers, just add in the comments. Thank you, Ruth, for joining us. Thank you, Nuru. And Mr. Jenga is online. Thank you all. Faith is online. Thank you all. Also, something else I wanted to say, when we did the video with Monica Karaoke last time, and we talked about sort of touched on domestic abuse and the different forms of domestic abuse. One of the feedbacks we got is that people didn't even know there was a financial abuse. So I'm just going to say that, remember, domestic abuse is not only physical, but it also includes emotional abuse, sexual abuse, coercive control, financial abuse. And financial abuse could be you end up taking loans in this person's name, and you're still paying for them, or they make sure you don't have any money, or if you're not working, they hardly give you any money. So you find sometimes people are starving. So domestic abuse is a really bad situation to be in. So and people actually do get really traumatized about it. There's the effects of it to yourself, to the children, if there are any children involved. So reach out to other people, reach out for help. It doesn't mean that you're a failure, It doesn't mean that it's your fault that it's happening, because sometimes people believe it's them if they had only done this and that. So, and if you are an abuser and you think you're going to injure someone or hurt someone, reach out for help as well. I know in DA sometimes we just talk about the victims, but what about the perpetrators? Reach out for help as well. There's help out there. I know in UK there's help for the perpetrators, and also seek counseling, and help from the trauma. Thank you very much. That's all I wanted to talk about today. I hope everyone is staying safe, cleaning their hands, sanitizing. And we are also thinking about the key workers, the doctors. We're not negating that. We're going through a hard time in the world. Praying that it all goes back to the world we knew, hopefully. We're praying for the doctors, the nurses, the key workers, the frontline workers. Thank you, everyone. And join us another time for another episode or another FB Live. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us in the comments. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.